So that finishes the final run of the sub 20-minute 5K. That was 16 long, hard weeks of training. I ran about 5 times a week. So if you do the 5 times 16, that's roughly 80 workouts in preparation to run a sub 20-minute 5K. I'm very confident because according to my Chorus stats and Chorus watch, I have improved. My VO2 max started at around 54. Right now it's around 61. Just a rough estimate, but that's a very good sign. You know, I really prioritized my workouts over these 16 weeks. As in, first thing in the morning, I'd execute the workout. Because me, I absolutely hate evening runs, afternoon runs. Majority of my runs, I accomplished it first thing in the morning. And I'm very happy because I rarely DNF'd. There was like one workout where I DNF'd, but halos all of the workouts naman I was able to accomplish the pace that was set out. I hit my mileage around 50 to 60 kilometers per week. And that's really where the confidence comes from when I stand at the start line. There is no amount of self-talk, self-affirmations that you can say in the mirror kahit sabihin mo, I'm prepared, I'm fast, I'm strong. Pero if the data is not there, if there's no proof, if there's no track record of you putting in the work, at the end of the day, that's just empty words that you're saying. True confidence comes from competence. It comes from the preparation that you put months prior, all of those nutritional meals that you ate, sticking to the meal plan, the early nights where you got and prioritized 7 to 9 hour sleeps, accomplishing the workouts, being fueled for the workouts, you know, even mentally preparing yourself, practicing, you know, mental flow. All of those things are what I need. That is the confidence booster that is going to get me to hopefully accomplish my goal. It's not some random affirmations. It's the work. It's the actual work that is going to back up how I will feel and perform on race day. So I'm very excited. I'm going to eat a bit of sourdough bread, some honey, a bit of rice, and a couple of meat as I prepare for later. Ooh, look at that sourdough! Mix the secret sauce, which is raw organic honey, glyphosate-free from Healthy Options. I'm gonna be a bit generous with that honey. Ooh, come on. Oh, yeah. Glaze that up. Glaze that up. Look at this, baby. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna eat this, fuel myself. So right now I'm gonna have a quick call with my running coach, Jom. He's gonna probably just give me some pointers, things to be reminded about before I race tomorrow. So if y'all don't know who Jom is, if y'all don't know, this is Jom. This is his IG page. If you want to get coached by him, you can just message him. He is a 2-time Boston Marathon qualifier. If you don't know what that is, I think you need to be running a sub 3 or a 2:55 in the marathon to qualify for a spot at the World Major Boston. Crazy. That's actually my long-term lifetime goal in running. After I hit the sub 3, if ever I do, in 2 to 3 years, then I'll probably retire from running and become an old man. Yeah.
And actually, Melbourne it's October, so that's a long time from now. We're gonna have you're gonna have a good base to build off of.
Here at the starting line of the Panasonic run, behind me, we are about 10 hours away until the 5-kilometer gun start. So the reason that I'm here is because I actually want to walk through the entire 5-kilometer course. I just want to spiritually feel how it's gonna be like as I run the course tomorrow, and I will be in intense pain. So I just kind of want to visualize it in advance. Let's go. I will not be recording myself during this 5-kilometer race because it's a 5-kilometer race. I don't have time to pull out my cell phone to talk and do commentary. I just gotta be focused on making sure that I'm performing well. And one of the nice parts about any Mall of Asia route is that it's super flat. So later tonight, tomorrow morning I'll be running here. Flat naman siya, so I'm confident that it's gonna be optimal conditions to hit this 5-kilometer PR. So this is the route that I will be running tomorrow morning. Flat na flat, straight na straight. Just imagine na lang. Running at a 4 pace or 3:55. Here at the last 400-meter stretch, famously known as the longest U-turn in the Philippines. So hopefully, by this time, in a few hours, this is where I'll be going. I'll be having my final kick. One of the most glorious, best feelings of my life. Grabe yung legs ko. Or I could be dying so much na with a failed pace. So it could go either way. I'm really excited. We have been walking for 1 hour and 10 minutes now. So the watch says 4:54. This is the last 50 meters, 500 meters. Woo. Evening time check, it is 7:52. So I'm about to sleep. And here's what I'm gonna do to help me fall asleep tonight. We got ourselves black grapes. So grapes naturally have some melatonin in them, which of course helps you go to sleep. Personally, I don't like using the melatonin supplements, yung regular. Kasi every time I use it, I have a massive headache every time I wake up. So I want to get it naturally, so I just bought black grapes. What I also take is magnesium glycinate. So it really helps you have, that deeper sleep as well. So I have usually 2 pills of magnesium glycinate. And since the race is in like probably 6 hours, I'm gonna take also a Never Second high carb mix as well. Technically, you don't really need it. It's just a 5K, but it doesn't hurt to have to just take this a few hours before any full effort race kasi, just to maximize the glycogen storage. That's it. Alright, so I'm going to explain to you everything that I'll be wearing. Let's start with the shoe. This is the Adios Pro 4. This is a carbon-plated shoe. This is one of Adidas race day shoes, usually for the longer distances like the half marathon and the full marathon. Pero solid din, so it's still a solid choice for the 5 and 10K. From my personal experience, I really like this shoe because it has worked for me. It's stable. It offers the right amount of propulsion. I feel like I am, not naman 10%. Let's say at least 5% faster when I wear these carbon-plated shoes from Adidas. This is actually the exact same pair when I ran a 3:44 marathon in Taipei. So tingnan mo naman yung durability. It has probably 250 kilometers on them and they're still good. Next is what underwear am I wearing? No, I am not going commando. I am using the Nike Pro underwear. What I like about this is it does have pockets on each side. I use this a lot, like 4 times a week. Not the same pair, but like, you know what I'm saying? I use 4 pairs of this every single week. I put my cell phone here kasi syempre, when I record my content, this is where I put my phone. And this is really nice half tights from Asics. It's one of the latest, what do you call this? The Asics Fuji Trail half tights. This is a really solid half tight kasi there are also pockets at the side. So if ever I feel like pulling out my phone, which I won't do during this race, but for gels and everything, there are big pockets, small pockets, and actually the waistline also has pockets. So this is really the perfect, this is more for like longer distances, but I just felt like wearing it because it looks nice. I kind of retired from my wearing the 2-inch short era. I don't think y'all want to see my big ass thighs anyways, and it kind of looks weird. So I am now in my half tights era. And of course, I was really thinking about which singlet am I gonna wear. I have a lot, but this is actually one of my favorites. This is I think last year's version or 2024's version of the Asics Metaspeed singlet. it is a really solid singlet. If you really zoom in on it, there are lots of holes in it, so it's very, aerodynamic. The green color on the black, it's just, it works well for my skin. So this is actually my first time wearing this in a organized race. So yun, that's it. All right, it's time to go to bed, and here are my final thoughts before the race tomorrow. The 5 kilometer distance is a different kind of beast. When I've run the marathon, since the marathon is so long, 42 kilometers, I can enjoy the first 10 kilometers of a marathon. I can be laughing, smiling, pulling out my phone, waving at the crowd. Pero when it's the 5 kilometer distance, now all out PR effort, it's pure demons, bruh. You're really in the trenches, straight from the gun. And the mentality coming in is to accept that there is going to be pain. There is no avoiding the pain in a 5 kilometer PR attempt. It's gonna be there. And my spirit, my soul, my mind has to be prepared to endure it. That's the whole point of the training. 16 weeks of training, doing those intervals, doing those tempo sessions. I have to pull all of those sessions together so that when the demons of the 5 kilometers attack me during the race, I'll just gonna Aikido them. I'll be like Avatar Ang, bending them, bending the fires away from my body. Oh, it is pouring rain right now. Oh my goodness. It's a Matrix attack, bruh. Matrix attack. So I just finished the warm-up. It's 3:45 right now. So I'm gonna head my way to the starting line. So 30 minutes before, I'm gonna take a Never Second gel. This has caffeine in it. I'm feeling good. We put everything in, all of the inputs, all of the workouts. You have to give the result to God and just do your best. Let's go. Let me just... Time check, it's 3:52 in the morning. I'm already here at the race village. It's raining a bit, but not pouring naman. That's kind of good, so at least it's not that hot. I'm excited. There will be no race footage of me on the course because I'm gonna focus on just racing. Hopefully we can get a money shot at the start and at the end. See you guys.
Thank you so much. And also to our friends from CVIT.
Yeah. So we just finished the 5K, checking for official results, but I think we did a 19:30. Woo! That's solid. Woo! Second place, baby. Woo! Woo! That was one of the best runs of my life. That was amazing. Tara, let's go to the... So we just finished that run. Official time, somewhere around 19:30 to 19:35. Sub 20, second place overall. Grabe, it was raining. I thought that the rain would be, so much wind, pero kinaya naman, all of that training, 16 weeks of preparation. all of those tempo runs, those threshold runs, those long runs, all came together today. When the wind hit the barn, there was hay in the barn, and we stood and we didn't crumble under the pressure. So I'm just gonna rest a bit, and then later on mga 8 is the awarding. Woo! So for the first time in my life, I'm in the podium tent. Crazy experience. Hopefully it won't be the last.
And now our second fastest time. What a good time of 19 minutes and 31 seconds. Sean Garcia. Congratulations, Sean. Second fastest time in 5K. Now, the fastest time in 5K in our...
So final thoughts, but before that, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Come on guys, I've been working so hard. So I gave you all a good story, so please subscribe to the channel. We got more things coming. And anyway, it was an amazing run. You know, it was one of the best experiences of my life. So since I don't have any race footage, I'll just use the photos, I'll just pop them up. So of course, kilometer 1, the strategy from the gun was play it conservative. Don't go out too fast, because when it comes to a 5-kilometer race, you can easily destroy your race by going 10 to 15 seconds faster than your goal pace. So that also comes with experience. I've run so many races already. I know that in the first K of a 5-kilometer race, you gotta play it safe. Just let your body get used to the pace. Just settle in, be calm. If other people pass you, don't worry about them. Just focus on your own race. There's actually a thing called the rule of thirds now. 1/3 of the race, just settle in. Second third of the race, you have to lock in, be focused, and then the final 1/3 of the race is where you run with your heart. So from the middle part, which was like kilometer 2 to kilometer 3.5, man, I was focused. I felt good. The breathing was good. It was raining, pero it was actually okay kasi it kind of made it made it easier to breathe. It wasn't hot. And fortunately, there was no strong gusts of wind that was pushing me back. So I had a good time running. I was focused, no side stitches. I was just really, really locked in. And the walking of yesterday really helped, because I had mental check marks na, okay, I'm halfway, I'm 3K. So the walk yesterday on the course really helped. By the time I hit the 3.5 or 3-kilometer point, that was the time I knew I was gonna hit the sub 20. Kasi wala akong pain eh. Of course, there is discomfort, but I'm talking about yung pain na you know na you only have a few minutes left before you blow up. By kilometer 3, I was breathing fine. I think my average heartbeat was mga 160, 155 something during that point. So I knew that I had a lot left in the tank pa. So by that time, I knew sub 20 in the bag. Pero at that point, I was 5th place ata. So I saw 3 people from me from the distance, mga 150 meters away. So when it came to the last kilometer, that was the time I decided, okay, now it's time to try to get podium naman. So I passed like the 4th and 3rd guy at the last 700 meters. And I believe I passed the 3rd placer at the 500-meter mark, na last 500 meters. Solid, great competition. Could I have gone faster? Probably. I can confidently say I could have gone faster than 19:30. Pero it's better to play it safe na I started at a 4:44 sa first 3 kilometers, than to just go at 3:50 from the gun and be arrogant. Because I don't know yet what my fitness was. So this is a good benchmark for training moving forward. So as I close this sub 25K project, my final reflection is that the ultimate reward was not the PR, was not standing on the podium. The ultimate reward was who I became during the process. The reward is who you become, the disciplines that you develop, the habits that you create, the systems that you create in your life in order to perform optimally. It's being accountable to your coach, to your meal plans, to sleeping early. All of those things are what I will keep with me moving forward. So I hope this inspires you to chase after your own goals. At the end of the day, I don't want you to remember that Sean ran a sub 20. I want you to remember the process that I went through, the things that I did in order to achieve this goal. Because at the end of the day, inspiring you by showing you and documenting the process is more value to you, the viewer. I hope that me lighting my flame ignites yours. Does that sound corny? Basta you understand. So subscribe, like, and comment. Next week, actually, I will be running a 10-kilometer race kasi I'm in my peak fitness na. I might as well test and update my 10-kilometer PR. No goal set. We'll just see if we can probably hit a 41 or a 42-minute 10K. We'll see. Thank you guys for the journey. I love you all. And I'll see you in the next. Woo! I'll be yapping.